I have two different 6'4" ISO builds for you guys to check out. No intro needed. Just drop a like for me and subscribe if you want good 2K26 content. Now, pure green windows are back on NBA 2K26, which means it's going to be critical to find the biggest green window jump shots for all your builds. That's where NBA 2K Labs comes in. For just a few dollars a month, you get access to all the best jump shots in the game, backed by data. You'll be able to see the make percentages, the speeds, and most importantly, the green windows. Click the link in the description and use code DIRK for 20% off. I highly recommend checking them out. I get all my jump shots from them. I don't want to be bricking out there, and I don't want you guys to be bricking either. So link in description, use code DIRK. Now let's create this build. We're a point guard, 6'4", 175 pounds with a 6'6" wingspan. Reminder, I am not accounting for cap breakers when showing you guys these builds. If you want to do that and count the cap breakers when you make yours, that's completely okay. As you guys know, I am a rim runner. I like to dunk the ball. I love to meter dunk. So we're gonna go with a 93 driving dunk and then come over here. Did you hear that voice crack? Then we're gonna come over here to vertical and put it up to an 80 to get posterizer on gold. And if you guys didn't know, your vertical is the only requirement to get pogo stick. So we're gonna get pogo stick on gold. Let's jump over to the playmaking. We are an ISO player, so obviously we have to be able to dribble and we have to be fast with the ball. We're gonna put the ball handle to a 92, which is going to get us handles for days, unpluckable on gold, along with ankle assassin on silver. Now, with the max badge plus 1 and 2s, this build has so much variety. You can really mix and match them however you please, but I'm gonna tell you guys what I'll do exactly with the build specialization at the end of each build. But for sure, we are gonna use our tier 1 max badge plus 2 on lightning launch to get lightning launch on legend on a 6'4" ISO build. What you're watching on screen right now is a 6'4" build with gold lightning launch. Looking pretty good if you ask me. And with the finishing and the shooting, bro, it's gonna be really hard to guard, and this is gonna be a really fun build to play on. Onto the pass accuracy. Now, you guys know me. I do not like to pass the ball. I am a pure scorer, okay? I only pass it if I have to. I'm sorry to my future teammates. But we're going with a 71 pass because we're going to get the passes there still. This is not a point guard pro-am build, okay? This is for 2s and 3s. Obviously, if you want to play 5s, you're going to want to raise your pass accuracy on this build. But we are going to use our tier 2 max badge plus 1 on dimer to get this on gold so our teammates do not brick. Now let's jump over to the shooting. We obviously want to be able to shoot. This is a sharp slasher. We have the slash part already. We're going to put our 3-pointer up to a 93, which will get us deadeye, limitless range, set shot, and shifty all on gold. Now here's again where you could use your plus 1s and plus 2s. But what I would do as is with no build specialization involved, I already said I'm going to use the plus 2 on my speed with ball, on my lightning launch to get that in legend. Then I'm going to use my max badge plus 1 on set shot to get it on Hall of Fame. So we're going to have posterizer on gold with the 93 driving dunk and have a 93-3 with set shot on Hall of Fame. Onto the defense. Now we are going to put our perimeter up to a 74, but we're gonna have good speed. So just give me a minute here. But we're gonna get challenger, on ball menace, pick dodger. Excuse me, why my voice keep cracking, bro? Pick dodger all on bronze, along with off ball pest on silver. Remember, speed is the most important attribute for defense, unless they drastically change it this year. But when I was playing and when other people were playing, it seemed like speed was still the most important thing when guarding the ball on defense. So, you know, if you want to have higher perimeter and you want to lower the speed, that's completely up to you. But we went with a 90 speed here. We went with a 79 steal to get glove on silver and interceptor on silver, just so we don't have like terribly bad reach animations. And then we're going to put our interior to a 50 and our block to a 55. I know it's not the best, but hey, we have to sacrifice without cap breakers. Keep that in mind, please. Thank you. And then we're going to finish off the build with speed at 90 and agility at 75. The standing dunk, if you guys did not watch my last video, you do not get the standing dunk cheese this year on 6'4" and below. So it's just going to go to a 39. I'm not aiming for a 40 or anything because there is no point. For the build specialization, here's what I would do. I would use it on shooting. So I would put my 3-pointer to a 91 and use the plus 2 cap breakers to get it to a 93. Then I would use the max badge plus 2 on set shot to get it on legend. Use the max badge plus 1 on shifty to get it on Hall of Fame. I would use my regular tier 1 max badge plus 2 on lightning launch to get that on legend. And then I would use my regular tier 1 max badge plus 1 on either posterizer or handles for days. I like to rim run, so I'm gonna go with posterizer. Then for the tier 2 max badge plus 2, I'm putting it on layup mixmaster to get that in gold in case I'm taken out of a dunk animation. It'll be easier to time the layup. And then for my tier 2 max badge plus 1, I'm gonna go with dimer to get that on gold. If you do exactly what I said, I feel like that's a pretty good way to go. And with that, that's build number 1. We made an inside out high flying slasher. Let's get on to build number 2. Alright, for build number 2, I accidentally left the weight at 211. If I were you, I would put it back to 175. I feel like the lighter you are, the quicker. And then I went with a 6'8 wingspan instead of 6'6. And the reason why I did that is because we get the higher driving dunk, and we are going with a 96 driving dunk. We're going to go over here to vertical, put that on 85 to get posterizer on Hall of Fame, along with pogo stick on Hall of Fame. We can dunk the ball, but what about the shooting? We're going to put our 3-pointer up to a 92, which will get us Deadeye, Set Shot, Shifty on gold, along with Limitless Range on silver. I'm going to use my max badge plus 1 here to get Set Shot on Hall of Fame to go with that posterizer on Hall of Fame. We're going to leave our midi at 82. I am not much of a 5s player. I'm going to leave the free throw to 67. If you want to put it higher, that's completely up to you. Now let's go over to the playmaking. We're going to go with a 92 ball handle. And as you guys saw in the first build, you can move great. Again, we're going with that 86 speed with ball. And again, we're using our max badge plus 2 on lightning launch to get this on legend. On to the pass accuracy. Again, you guys know I'm not much of a passer, but for 2s and 3s, we're going to get the ball to our teammates. We're going with a 71 pass accuracy to get dimer on silver. And we're going to use our tier 2 max badge plus 1 to get this on gold. And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that we're going to use our tier 2 max badge plus 2 on layup mixmaster to get that on gold. On to the defense. We're going with more perimeter on this one, but with the little less speed. So we're going with an 83, and then we're going to put our agility up to a 75 here, which is going to get us pick dodger on silver along with challenger on silver, and then we're going to get on ball menace on bronze. Unfortunately, we have to go with a lower steal. We're putting it on a 67 to get bronze, glove, and interceptor. If you want to put the perimeter to a 74 to get more steal, that's completely okay. It's completely up to you. We are then going to come up to interior, put it on a 57, and I know we don't get high flying denier on bronze, but block is still good to have regardless of the badge, so we're going to put our block up to a 67. And we have a few attributes left. We're just going to put it on O board to get it up to a 32. Onto the build specialization in the max badges. Again, I'm going to choose shooting here so we can lower the midi and the 3-pointer by 2, so we'll have more attributes to spend elsewhere. I'm going to use the 2 cap breakers from that to get our 3-pointer back to a 92. Then what we're going to do is use our max badge plus 2 on set shot to get that on legend, our max badge plus 1 on shifty to get that on Hall of Fame. You could also use this on limitless to get it on gold, but I would personally go with the shifty. And then I'm going to use my regular tier 1 max badge plus 2 on lightning launch to get that on legend, the tier 1 max badge plus 1 on handles for days or posterizer. We already have posterizer on Hall of Fame, so I would use it on handles to get that on Hall of Fame as well. The tier 2 max badge plus 2 on layup mixmaster to get that on gold, and our tier 2 max badge plus 1 to get dimer on gold. Remember, this is your build. If you want to tweak it to the game modes that you play and to your play style, that's completely okay. It is your build. If you want to see another build, click that video right there. It's a good one. It's another ISO build. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. We're on the road to 300K. Have a good day. Go out.